It's Friday. You know what that means. Time for Tattoo of the Week, because Jack's on vacation, and the latest in body piercing and content news. So you must stick around.
Welcome back, guys, for Tattoo of the Week. This week's tattoo is on this guy, Troy. I'm pretty excited about how it's going. We'll see. He's got one more session, I think, and so he'll probably crop up again here in a couple of weeks. He was kind of a walk-in situation. He is from out of town, and he was getting his tattoo done by somebody else. Walked in with an idea. They discussed it. The artist started tattooing on him, and I guess midway through it, he wasn't liking how the direction they were talking about was going. I guess the artist was saying one thing, and he was wanting to go a different route, and so kind of just not going the way they wanted. So he kind of jumped ship a little bit with him, and so he came to me. We kind of chatted about it a little bit. I kind of got a feel for what he was going with. We set up some time, and so this has been the second session now. We're kind of pumping away at his arm. He already had the banner shape, or the scroll shape on his arm, and the compass on the back shoulder. And I don't remember exactly what he said the artist was wanting to do, but I know what we've done is kind of gone with this adventurer kind of theme sleeve. So on the inside, we've got a spyglass and some old kind of Spanish coins, and then some wood grain underneath that, kind of sticking out from underneath the scroll work, which we didn't know it was going to be to begin with or when we started. But this most recent session, we added in some kind of map work a little bit down towards the bottom there, and I think towards the top he's going to come up with some sort of simple kind of quote eventually to fill up that space. And then on the back side, we get to, what do we put back there? A map compass, I think is what it's kind of called, and some more wood grain, and I don't remember what all else is back there. But it's a fun piece. I am really digging it. He's really happy with the direction we're going. We've got a much better feel for what he wanted to do with it, and it's turning out really cool. We've got a little bit more space. He's got some space on the inside that we're going to tackle too. Have some ideas for that, kind of rolling around. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed checking this piece out. I look forward to it here in a couple of weeks, because I'm sure it's going to pop up again. And if you got some ideas, shoot them at me, and we'll check back with you next week.
DaVo here with the body piercing news of the week and content news. Well, had a busy week. Did a lot of piercing. Still running that special because it's time for the Iowa State Fair. $10 off if you come in and use the code word corn dog. You heard right. Corn dog. Or you bring in a ticket stub from the Iowa State Fair and get $15 off the piercing or group of piercings of your choice. Wow, what a deal. I'm like giving them away. Now on to what we call content news. Posted 5 videos this week, sort of. On Saturday, posted the latest in pros and cons by a piercer. This time I covered horizontal clitoral hood piercings. If you know somebody that is thinking about getting that piercing done, or maybe you're just curious, check out that video or share it with them, because it's good to share. You should always share whenever possible. But keep your hands off of my stuff. On Sunday, we posted the podcast edition of Q&A in the Kitchen. This episode, we covered how to know whether or not your tattoo or piercing is infected and what to do about it. This is the audio-only version and can be found wherever podcasts live, breed, exist, procreate, I guess, in some way, shape, or form, and frolic. Monday, posted the second episode of Pros and Cons by a Tattoo Artist. This time, Westley covered photorealistic tattoos. If you are considering getting a photorealistic tattoo, check that video out. On Thursday, as in yesterday, I posted the latest episode of Body Piercing Basics. This one covers the second part two. Is it dual? Part 2 of my series on sexual piercings. Nipple piercings and genital piercings, kind of a buyer's guide or what have you to that. This time I covered what the experience will be like, what you should do to prepare, what the aftermath should be, and kind of giving you some hinters on if you are considering getting either a genital piercing or, nipple piercings. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be posting the next episode of Pros and Cons by a Piercer. That's me. This one, we're going to be covering scrotum piercings. So if you're considering getting scrotum piercings or piercing, you might want to check that video out. It'll be up tomorrow somewhere around 5-ish. On Sunday, we'll be posting the latest episode of Q&A in the Kitchen, the video version. This one is kind of a speed round. We covered 3 questions that I can't remember what they are at this very point in time. So look for that to be out tomorrow on Sunday around 5 o'clock. It's a really interesting one. I think we did what is the strangest tattoo or piercing you've ever done, and a couple other ones. Fun stuff with a little bit of adult content. So it might, if you've got that kid filter on, you might not be able to see it. Just saying. On Monday, we'll be posting the next episode of Pros and Cons by a Tattoo Artist. I believe this time we're going to be covering wrist tattoos, the pros and cons of getting tattooed on your wrist. Westley did that, and that should be up on Monday around 5 o'clock. Normally, I would say, and that's all I have, and blah, 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 and see you in the future right here. But Jack's on vacation this week, so I'm going to be finishing out the video today by saying, please like the video, especially if you enjoyed it or found it entertaining in any way, shape, or form. Do that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. We've been growing pretty rapidly, and we'd like to thank all our subscribers, new subscribers, new people to the channel, and etc. for making that happen. And we plan on continuing to grow in adding more content. Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss anything. If you are one of those people that feels like they need to be stylish and show their body piercing and tattooing and body modification pride on a t-shirt, coffee mug, bandana, hat, apron. I think we have aprons in there. You might want to check out our merch store. Link is in the description, as is all the videos that I talked about today. They're going to be linked down there too. Till next week, hopefully your piercings and tattoos heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, we hope to see you for your body piercing needs and tattooing needs and the future. So long.